Hey everyone, it's Leslie Truex from workathomesuccess.com, the website that's been helping you work at home since 1998. And I got an email a little while ago actually from DesignEvo letting me know about their free logo maker and asking me to go ahead and take a look, try it out, and then let you know what I think about it. So I have finally am doing that right now, and I thought I would go ahead and video it and have a little tour so you can see exactly how it works and what it can do. Now, just to let you know, this is not a sponsored video or review. However, DesignEvo has given me an affiliate option, and so if you decide to go with one of their paid pricing options for a logo, it is possible I could get compensated that way. However, I am not compensated just for doing this video and this tour and review. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we are at the DesignEvo homepage, and you can see here has information about making a free logo. They have over 500 templates that you can use. And if you scroll down, you can see some of the categories and the different logos that you can work with. They give you some of the features that come with it. And then they can give you some ideas on how you can use your logo. A lot of times we think of a logo just going on our website or something, but of course they can go on business cards, they can go on websites. If you have swag related to your business, maybe you have bags or other printables that you give out. If you go to live events, you can put it on there as well. Now here at the top, you can see they have something that says pricing here, and here it says it's a free logo maker, and both are true. You can make a free logo that you are able to download and use. But depending on what you need to use your logo for, it may be worth having one of the pricing options. There's two different ways you can buy your logo, and if you do that, you just have some extra bells and whistles that come with it that can be particularly nice if you do plan on having some sort of printable option, something that's going to go on a t-shirt or a bag or something that is printed. So let's go ahead and make a free logo. So we click on the link and we're going to be brought in, and immediately what's going to come up is some of their most popular designs to choose from. And as you scroll through, you can see there's a lot of different types of options and color schemes and graphics and fonts. It's all very different here. One thing that you need to know is that you can pretty much change all this stuff around. You can change fonts, you can change colors, you can even change the graphic that is on it. So these are really just templates that you can customize and manipulate to fit your website. And a couple of things you want to think about when you're creating a logo for your business is what is your color scheme, but you also want to think about what is the mood or theme of your website. If you have a very sort of seriously oriented business, you're going to want to have a logo that's, much more serious and straightforward. Whereas if you have something much more whimsical, like over here we've got the kitty, you can go with something, that's a little bit more fun and whimsical. So you want to pick one that really fits with the image that you want for your business. And this actually becomes really, really important because your logo is going to represent your brand. So when people see your logo, they should think immediately of you, and they should think about how they feel about you and your business. If you think about the logos you see when you're out in the world, if you see the Nike swoosh, you know immediately that is the Nike company, and odds are you have some sort of feeling about that. If you really like Nike, seeing the swoosh is going to remind you like Nike. There's some brands out there that you may not like, and when you see their logo, you might be reminded that you don't like them. So a logo just very quickly encapsulates your brand and causes an emotional response in the people who see it. So it becomes really important to pick one that is really going to work for you. So if you don't like any of these that they've shown you up here on the page, you actually have options over here on the left. So they have different categories that you can go through and choose different types They have lifestyle here. If you're a nonprofit, you can go ahead and look at the different options there. Maybe you are have something related to animals or pets. You can see they have a variety of different options here. The other option is you can type in a keyword, and you can see when I was here before, I tested out cake. So we're going to go ahead and use cake. And when we click on that, we can see a lot of different options come up, and they are different. And you can see they're going to evoke kind of different senses about a cake business. Who knew there were so many different ways you could represent a cake business? But here we are. So you can, again, remember, you just sort of want to pick a feeling that you really like, and just know that you can go in and change many different things. So for example, if you don't like the cake on top, you can move it to the side like these ones are over here. Let's go ahead, and I'm just going to click one that's actually pretty regular now, so I can show you how you can manipulate it and customize it. Now, you can skip this part and add it later, but if you add it in now, they'll put it into the logo for you to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and pretend my company name is the Cake Shop. Whoops, shop. And my slogan will be the best tasty cakes around. And we'll click get started, and you can see it fills that in, and here's my logo. Now right off you can see that my slogan doesn't actually fit on the rolling pan down here where they put it, and we have a couple of options with that. So if you click on the text, we can come up here and adjust either the font size, or we can change the font if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and change the font size to make it fit. The other option you can do is just sort of grab on one of these corners here and adjust it, pull it so that it fits. There we go. Now, it's kind of small. And if you think about a logo, especially if it's going to go on your website, that's so small they might not be able to see it. So maybe a better option is to change the size of the rolling pin. So all I have to do is click on the rolling pin, and again, grab one of the little corner dots and pull it out to the side, and then pull it out to the other side. And there we go. We have something bigger. And now I can go in and again make the font bigger. And there we go. The other thing you can do is go ahead and change the font of the Cake Shop. I actually kind of like the Cake Shop font itself. And again, I can drag it to make it bigger, maybe to fit better with the rolling pin. But if you wanted to change it, you could. So this shop is, this font is Grand Hotel, but let's say I wanted to do Chewy. Whoops. Well, you can see I made a mistake, and it's going to go ahead and let me add a new thing here, but I don't want this. So what I can do is go ahead and click on the garbage can up here to get rid of it. So here we are. I've highlighted the Cake Shop, and if I wanted to do Chewy, then I can click on that. I actually don't like that as much, so maybe we'll go to Lily Script. I like that one, but it's too big, so let's go ahead and drag it back in to make it the right size. And we'll go ahead and pull it up here, move it up here so it's not running into the rolling pin. And now I'm not a design person, but you know, it could be something where I want to pull the rolling pin so that it fits underneath the shop here. But then of course I have to adjust the best cakes around, and then that might not fit. So good idea, but maybe it won't work in this particular case. But as you can see, you can try out a lot of different things to see which one looks the best. And then of course you can also change the size of the image up here, making it a little bigger if you want to. And there we go. Now let's say your color theme is something completely different. It is not this reddish color, and we want to change the color. Again, you can just highlight it, and then you can see up here, you can go ahead and change the color. And they've got some colors here that you can go ahead and choose. I kind of like the purple. Or if you'd like, you can go ahead and click the plus sign and you can choose colors along any of the color schemes here. So if you wanted to have something more of a greenish seafoamy type color, you could go ahead and do that too. I guess we'll go ahead and leave that. And then of course you want it to match the other stuff that you have. So we might change the font of the cake shop, in which case maybe we'll go with something pink that goes with that green. And then of course we can change the rolling pin, and we have the option, we can go ahead and make it pink, or we can make it this green color. So there's a lot of different things you can do. If you're afraid that white font can't be seen, you can change that to maybe a gray or a black so it can better be seen. You can change it to the pink, although I don't think that can be seen as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of different things that you can do and test out and try. And when you find something you like, you can actually go ahead and see what it's going to look like on the different things you can put it. So you come up here and click on the preview button, and now you can see what it's going to look like on a business card or on letterhead. You can see what it's going to look like on a website. And after you look at that, you may decide, okay, well, my font is still too small for the best tasty cakes around. So you may need to make some adjustments there. Maybe you decide not to have a slogan. There's a variety of different things that you could do to change it around to make it work. But once you have something that you like, now you can go ahead and either save it and come back and get it later, or you can go ahead and download it and begin to use it right away. Now, if you click the download option, you will be taken to a place that says, hey, great, you just created an excellent logo, and you can see that there is the free option here to go ahead and grab your logo, and you can go ahead and download that. Or they do have some paid options here, and you can see the difference really has to do again with some of the additional bells and whistles that you get by paying for it. So the free one is going to be a 500 by 500 either PNG or JPEG file, which is okay for on the internet, but may not be ideal, again, if you're using something that requires a higher resolution or maybe something that you're going to print. Whereas paying the $19.99, you can have a transparent background and it's print ready, and you can edit and actually re-download if you want to. And then of course, for $39.99, you get even more than that. And again, depending on what you plan to use the logo for is really going to be the determination about which option you should go ahead and use. If it's just going on a website, the free option is probably going to work just fine for you. But I want you to notice here, under the paid options, you actually have the ability to download a sample of it so you can bring it down, test it out, and make sure it looks right before you buy it, which is really ideal. Now, when you download a sample, it's going to have a watermark on it, so you won't be able to use it in your finished product, but at least you can get a sample of it so you can manipulate, try it out, see how it's going to look before you actually go ahead and invest in it, which is really ideal. So there we have it, a quick little tour and example of making a free logo with DesignEvo. And again, I felt like this was really, really easy to use and manipulate and design. So I feel really comfortable encouraging to go ahead and try it out for yourself in terms of making a logo for your website or business. And since it is free to go in there and try it out, you might as well go over and just poke around and see all the different things that you can do, because maybe this is going to be a really great and easy way for you to create your own free logo. Well, that's it. Thanks so much for watching this video and taking this tour. I would love to know if you use DesignEvo or plan to use DesignEvo or have made a logo. You can go ahead and share in the comments below to let me know. And until next time, this is Leslie Truex wishing you peace, love, and work at home success.